paradox. Introduction. Long before written words existed, there were pictures. Many ancient cultures used images to tell stories, from prehistoric painting on cave wall to delicate figures carved into clay. The art style reflects how these ancient artists saw themselves and the world in which they lived. As language developed, written simple and words soon became a part more common to record and relay ideas. Art, however, continued to be an important element in storytelling. Today, images are featured not just as in painting and illustration, but also as moving figures media such as movies, animated cartoons, and video games. One of the more common styles of moving art comes the Asian island nation of Japan, known as its anime. It is incredibly popular worldwide. Art for all. The history of anime stretches back more than 200 years. Before the 19th century, more traditional Japanese artwork was done on large scales. The technique used to make score art was precise and time-consuming. One method involved painting each image with a single long brush stroke. Another method required artists to carve reverse images into a wood box, cover the images with a heavy coat of ink, then press the block into a surface to create the print. The complicated and lengthy process made the artwork quite expensive. Only wealthy people in Japan could afford, own, and enjoy scroll art. In 1840, a new form of art called manga appeared. Manga sketches were drawn from freehand on sheets of paper. An artist named Katsusuke Hokusai uses manga sketches, teaching students how to encourage to draw their own. Hokusai students began sketching and sharing their work with others. The numerous images caught on the public, the ease and speed with the much more affordable form of art. Unlike traditional school, manga was accessible to all Japanese people, not just affluent art patrons. From curious stretches to comics, Japanese manga became into its own in the late 1800s. Up until the mid-1800s, Japan had been a stressful country that had minimal interaction. A United States naval expedition forced Japan to open its port to international trade. By 1858, commercial ships plied the water of the Pacific, carrying goods and tools from 6 ports. The ship also carried British and American merchants to be insular island and nation, brought along newspapers and magazines from their homelands. The Japanese manga artists were intrigued by the style of political cartoons and comics in this publication. They began to apply Western forms such as the use of sacred storytelling to their own art. Soon, manga characters had some of the expressive features in Western illustration. By the turn of the 20th century, manga appeared regularly in Japanese newspapers. Political cartoons and everyday mangas poke fun at current events. Manga comic strips entertain children and adults with simple, humorous stories. More people enjoy these lively, entertaining manga images. Cartoons bring to life. The new country brought in with a new form of entertainment, motion picture. Film studios in the United States and other Western nations began producing movies. People flocked to theater. These popular media spread other countries, including Japan. The first movie was shot black and white, silent films. There were no recorded dialogue because the available technology could not accurately synchronize audio track with what's happening on the film. Instead, theater music played while film rolled. Words appeared from the screen to explain what was happening and what was the character saying. Their voice couldn't be recorded. Actors had to find other ways to show emotion. Their performance, though silent and quite dramatic, with an exaggerated facial expression and gesture. Cartoonists around the world are fascinated by the news medium. In the United States, illustrators like Walt Disney and Max Fleischer find a way to turn sketches into moving images. Popular comic characters brought to life on big screen. The cartoon like live action movie, no sound, music played, and cartoon characters use movement, gesture, and expression to tell the story. The animated cartoons were called short because they were less than 10 minutes. Children had no delighted in the animated short, which was shown before full-length feature film as a movie theater. In Japan, manga artists such as Seitaro Kitayama began creating their own animated shorts. The more feature of manga characters lent themselves to the dramatic action and expression needed to tell the story in silent film. Japanese cartoons were called an animation based on the English word animation. In time, these were shortened to anime. As technology improved, color and record dialogue were added to Western cartoons. During the 1930s, American cartoonists were encouraged to make their characters move more realistically. Animator uses a process called rotoscoping, with which a movie projector can cast an image of a real-life actor on a transparent drawing outline onto a plastic panel called a cell. A simple movement such as sitting down required many cells to be drawn, but then the result was impressive. The sign was seen in Disney's full-length animated movie Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. This film also featured new technology called multiple animation. Its purpose was to make the panels were painted with different background images stacked on top of each other. The layer panel will move back and forth during filming to increase depth of film and motion. Japanese anime eventually included sound, but did not apply Western techniques to create the realistic look and motion in Western cartoons. True art animators continue to treat their work as true art. Animation was filmed using a technique common to Japanese full-length movie law. Still, camera shots that suddenly shift to close-up for dramatic effect. Characters' body movements were not casual, but instead were very deliberate and carefully played, with each small motion significant to the plot. Anime cartoonists continued to draw in the black and white anime style that defined their work as truly Japanese. The sorrow and lesson of war. One reason anime did not change was cost. Although background was an essential component of anime using techniques as Multiplayer animation with layer-shifted background was expensive. Another reason had to do with the start of World War II in 1939. When the war began, Japanese leaders wanted the support of citizens. They tried to foster national pride by banning movies and cartoons many other countries. They also demanded ultimate art that celebrate the subtle Japanese value and criticize Japan's enemy. Some animators refused to censor after Japan. Others continued to release their art secretly if caught they faced punishment. World War II ended terribly for Japan before its surrender in 1945. Nearly 2 million Japanese died. The people of city Hiroshima and Nagasaki was destroyed by atomic bombs. The devastation had profound effect on the Japanese people and their art. Light-headed fun of anime was replaced by more serious fear. Both manga and anime artists began to use their words to promote messages of peace, justice, and freedom. Often this message was delivered via a new 1960 technology, television. Though television, anime found a wider audience because cartoons could now be watched at home. One of the most popular anime shows was based on manga, popular anime called Mighty Atom, drawn by Osamu Tezuka. The main character, Mighty Atom, was a robot boy with rocket for feet and superhuman endurance. In the show, he traveled the world, saving it from danger. Mighty Atom was one of the most popular television shows in Japan. In the early 1960s, it became a hit series in the United States as well, under a new title, Astro Boy. The origin of Astro Boy anime ran for 2 years, with reruns those shows broadcast into the early 1970s. Astro Boy paved the way for other anime cartoons shows called Media. The cartoon features teeth and giant robots working to save the world from monsters. Mazinger Z was a popular mecha that aired in Japan during the 1970s. Its main character during a super robot made from a special metal discovered on Japan's Mount Fuji. Anime today. In modern anime, like manga, has become more specialized with characters and storylines geared for specific audiences. Showman, Young Boy in Japanese, contain the plot and highlight action and comedy. Dragon Ball Z is an example of a first year in Japan in 1989. Showed on television stations throughout the world. Shoujo Jungle in Japanese as first featured storyline that focused on emotion and relationship, but eventually evolved to include more dynamic heroes who are active involved in romance and adventure. The 1990s anime series Sailor Moon by artist Naoka Takatsuki is a great example of a shoujo named anime. It tells a girl who is empowered by a magical approach of Earth and protected from evil forces. In the 1980s and 1990s, Japanese studio produced anime films that went on to be international hit. In 1984, Hayao Miyazaki released a mm, of the Valley of the Wind, which saw great success. It tell a story of a young princess who was saved her planet. In 2001, anime Spirit Away brought the tale of jungle who entered a spirit world to the big screen. The director, Hayao Miyazaki, received much praise for film artistry and eventually won the Academy Award for the Best Anime Feature. Anime featured in the last 21st century media too. Today there are dozens of video games based on manga, comics or anime, shows and movies. The interactive nature of the game is a thrill for anime fans. Characters from favorite shows such as Astro Boy, Naruto, Digimon, Pokemon, and Dragon, Dragon Ball Z spring to life in video games, fulfilling their mission and push of a button. Just like figures from long ago, the images on the screen intact on tales of adventure and daring. The dynamic character in anime now were modern storytelling onto a whole new level.
Good job.